Uganda, Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania and Burundi are the 5 East African partner states that have agreed to form a joint security cooperation. The defense ministers of the partner states signed an agreement binding the 5 regional countries at the community headquarters in Arusha, Tanzania. Uganda's Minister for Defense, Adolf Mwesige, said the 5 partner states will cooperate in joint military training, intelligence information sharing, and fight against terrorism, among others.
Cooperation in defense, but in particular, cooperation in terms of training. Because if you go and visit our defense colleges now all over East Africa, if you come to the Defense College of Tanzania, you'll find Ugandans studying there. That is why we have a strategy working with other partners to train the Somali army.
Mwesige is the current chair of the Sector Council of Ministers of Defense for the East African Community.
Intelligence sharing, information sharing across borders, across the armies, is one of those mechanisms that we have. And as far as we are concerned, it's working. Well, Uganda can never pull out of the fight against terrorism. We can never. We shall always remain engaged in the fight against terrorism wherever it is.
Mwesige said Uganda has not given up on Konyi, the rebel leader of the Lord Resistance Army, currently hiding in the Central African Republic.
Now, our pull-out in the Central African Republic, these are just tactical operations. They are not fundamental operations. So Konyi is listed as an international terrorist by the United Nations, by the African Union, by the American government. So the responsibility to fight Konyi and Al-Shabaab and other terrorists is not just Uganda's responsibility alone. It's an international effort.
He said the international community has set up a joint task force to completely wipe him out and his remnants. The agreement signed, according to Mwesige, builds to a regional standby force geared towards forming an African standby force. The signing of this agreement means an attack on one of the member states means an attack on all.
Because our ultimate aim is to form what we call the African Standby Force. And we are building the African Standby Force using regional blocks of standby forces. The block in Northern Africa, the block in ECOWAS in West Africa, the block in East Africa, the block in SADC, Southern Africa, will come together to form what they call the African Standby Force.
Jingo Francis, NTV, Arusha, in Tanzania.